Let me now welcome on board Jasbir Gujral, the MD at Syrma SGS, to talk about their performance. Mr. Gujral, given the strong beat that you've seen in your quarterly performance this time around, are you now revising your FY27 guidance upwards?
See, I think we have started off the FY27 on a very strong note, and this gives us the confidence that we'll not only achieve what we have guided, but in all probability will deliver a better performance than the earlier guidance. We are confident of achieving this or delivering even a better performance.
And Mr. Gujral, hi. What is the current order book, order size pipeline? Give us a sense. And how does it compare to the same period last year?
See, if my current order book as of date, I think it's about 6,770 odd crores. And last year, if 30th June, if my memory serves me right, it was about 5,400 crores. And on the demand side, we really don't see any constraint. We are very bullish on the demand side. But on the macro level, on the supply side, we are seeing pressures on supply chain because of the continued conflict in the Middle East, which is causing disruption in the supply chains and some critical chemicals which go into the making of PCBs. The component delivery lead times have gone up. So we are managing the supply side is a bigger challenge today than managing the demand side.
Right. And do you see any risk to your export revenue target of 1,500 crore rupees in FY27?
No, not at all. Last year, we grew our exports by 40%. And Q1, they've grown by 60+%, 61% to be precise. And the demand from the export side is also continuing to grow. So we don't see a challenge in achieving the 1,500 crores of target which we had set for the current year in exports. Some of the major customers which we had onboarded, programs which we had onboarded in the previous 2 years have started giving us series production. And I think as we go forward towards the later part of 27 and beginning of 28, we'll see a further uptick in the exports.
And can you provide us an update on the PCB project's construction, commissioning timeline? Is it still on track for FY27 end, start FY28?
Yes, we are absolutely on track. The construction is in full swing, and we are expecting to receive the machine, the factory to be ready to receive the machine somewhere in around September, October. And the next 2-3 months will be taken for erection commissioning. We expect to power on the plant somewhere in Q1, that is January to March 27, and hopefully take out sample production before March 27. And then the process of approval of the products with the customer starts. So as of date, we are on track. We don't see any sort of issue on that.
Right. And what is the expected Capex outlay for the PCB project, and how much has been incurred so far already?
See, I will not be able to give you the exact figure how much has been incurred. For this phase, we are budgeting about $41-42 million. I think we have spent more than 100 crores or something, but I don't have the exact figure. My CFO will have the exact figure on the PCB project. So we are planning what we have, we are executing what we have planned. So the planned expenditure on the PCB was about $41-42 million for this phase. And this would be within this budget. Despite the dollar going up, we would be within these target sort of budgeted figures to commission the project.
And what is the anticipated revenue and margin contribution from PCB facility once operational? And how does it change the company's import substitution positioning?
The PCB industry typical has a set to turnover to asset ratio of 1 to 1.25. So we are spending approximately $40 million. So we expect that the revenue for the first set of equipment which we are putting up should be equivalent to the capex which we are doing. And as we put up the more equipments, we expect at sort of when fully commissioned, this project without the CCL, HDI, and Flex, the multi-layer PCB project has a potential of giving a revenue of 1,000 to 1,500 crores. That is when the full capacity is installed. We are only installing part of the capacity in phase 1 till March 27.
Right. And lastly, what is the working capital cycle outlook for FY27, especially given the scale up of new customer wins?
See, the working capital cycle, my personal view in the current year, not only for us, but for the industry, will see an expansion in number of days for the simple reason that the supply side is in a stress. So the component market is in a stress. The lead times have gone up. The PCB supply side is in a mess because of some chemical plant in Saudi Arabia, which is critical to PCB manufacturing, got damaged in the war, and the capacity is yet to be installed, and it will be a while before that capacity is installed. So seeing the supply side constraints, I think the industry will have to make a choice of either having a lean set of inventory numbers and face disruption in production, or take inventory, especially inventory, as a strategic asset or a strategic investment. Build up on the inventory so that your supplies to your customers don't stop. You don't lose production, you don't lose market because of the supply chain constraints. So my personal assessment is that across industry in the coming quarters, we will see a tad rise in the inventory levels, which would come down again once the situation becomes normal. So we are viewing inventory as a strategic asset or a strategic investment, and not only from the lens of inventory holding number of days. To us, maintaining supplies to the customer, keeping the customer lines going full throttle is far more critical and important than maintaining the inventory levels.
Right. So good having you today on the show, Mr. Gujral. Thank you so much for your time today.